What's up, y'all? It's Peaches, your favorite nail tech, back again for the second time today, because I said I was doing an upload, so what am I doing? A double upload, period. Okay, so today I did a set that is really the first official Valentine's Day set. It is a clear pink background with some V-cut French tip nail art on top, and she wanted in the color red. Now, the subscriber shout out before we get started is going to remain the same as it was earlier. Since I do one a day, we're just gonna go ahead and stay with the same one, which is hey, it's Jenny. And of course, you guys, as always, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your doggone notifications so that way you don't miss a beat. Okay, live streams, daily uploads, all of the above. So the color that we're using is Princess Slippers, and you guys have seen me use this on myself for my nails. I do not have nails on anymore, and y'all just know, I don't know what happened, but it just wasn't time. Okay, so I'm basically gonna go ahead and we're gonna use this as the background. Now, a few seconds ago or a minute ago, I did show that we were gonna be using Milky White by Not Polished, because originally she wanted to do one clear pink hand and one white hand, and then of course the V-cut on top. But once she saw me like putting on the acrylic onto this hand, she instantly changed her mind after seeing it on like 3 fingers. She was like, actually, let's just scratch the white and let's keep it with the clear pink. And I was like, yes. Now, I did give her the 2 options for French tip. I told her if she intends on getting a fill and maybe wants to change the background color for next time, she should do the nail art way. But if she intends on just holding on to the set, or if she gets a fill, she doesn't mind keeping the French tip, to do it made out of all acrylic. So she chose to go ahead and do this way, and actually I'm glad she did, because it's, I don't want to even say it's like much quicker, but it just gives a much like longer V-cut basically, because when I do V-cut this way with the nail art, you can get it that way that touches all the way at the tip of the nail. You guys, I'm so sorry, like when I say my brain is scrambled, okay? So when you do it with all acrylic, I don't want to say you can only go so far with your V-cut, but you just have to be more careful if you want it all the way to the tip. It's really like a way you have to go about it, so that way when you do all your filing, you don't lessen the sharpness and the point of the V basically. So you guys have seen me do application before a lot of times on my channel, but you know what, I decided to go ahead and show both hand application in this video, just because this color is so doggone cute. So you guys can really see how it looks like during the drying process, all of that. So you guys can kind of get a feel if this color is really it for you. It's a really cute color, especially for all the Valentine's sets. And I really recommend it, especially if you want to do sheer sets, but don't want like a completely just straight up clear look. This is a really good pink for you. So basically this length I would consider just a straight up medium length. Like it's pretty much about half the tip. She does have slightly smaller nail beds kind of. So everything just all depends of course on your nail bed length and everything like that lengthwise, because on smaller nails different lengths tend to look a little bit longer. But this is truly like a regular medium in my chair. And around this type of length, I just like to go ahead and do one like medium bead that's gonna go ahead and be dragged down to the tip, and then I'll do another cuticle bead. Now at this length, you don't need too much of an apex, especially if the nails are on the smaller side, just because the smaller the nail, the smaller the apex. You can kind of keep that as like a good rule of thumb, only because you don't want no big like mound just sitting up there for no reason, and it can get out of control quickly. So it's kind of hard for you to see from any other angle, but see right there how you can slightly get a glimpse of what the apex looks like. And the reason being is that at this type of length, you don't need as much strength as you would in a long nail or an extra long nail, because it's much closer to the nail itself, like the natural nail. So that's why shorter nails tend to be a little bit flatter than longer nails, but don't make it so flat that they're actually going to snap. You guys know I do use, I guess you can call them curved tips. They are just the regular standard tips. Like if you go to the nail supply, that's what they're gonna have on display at every single nail supply, like consistently. Okay, so because I use those, I do like to make sure my sidewalls are nice and sturdy, and just make sure I have enough acrylic applied so that the nail actually dries. Because it sounds kind of weird, but with these kind of tips, if you do not have enough acrylic, it will just not dry. It will be very flimsy and it won't dry. Okay, so if you're having trouble with your liquid to powder ratios, I do have a video for you that I have recently done in the past week or two, and I'll link that somewhere into the video, of course. And then I will also be linking videos to shaping, how to shape square, and smooth application video, just in case you want to see some more application. I know some people find it nice and soothing and relaxing, and you know what I'm saying, it's late at night. Well, it's not late at night, but it's at night, so some people want to go ahead and watch application till they drop. That's good with me. So obviously this is sped up. I will say, application wise, I really was not in a rush or anything like that. So to do this application on her, I want to say it took me like 20 minutes total to do application, just because it is a plain set, and you know, I was kind of just chilling. I didn't have to like rush, because actually she was my last client of the day, so I wasn't like, I don't want to say I didn't have to like keep up with time, but I didn't really have to like watch my back to be like, oh, my next client is coming type of thing. And she's actually a new client, so I was very excited that she went ahead and chose a French tip. It's been a little minute since I did a V-cut French tip, and it's been a long minute since I did a red tip, you know what I'm saying? So this was super duper cute. And I know I will be doing a good amount of Valentine's sets coming up, just because people typically do like to get their sets at the end of January, so that way by the time Valentine's come over, they're either going to, I said Valentine's come over, by the time Valentine's Day come, they're either going to get a fill and do one last little Valentine's hurrah for February, or they're going to wait till like right after Valentine's and they're just going to get a new set. So, you know, just encourage your clients, like, hey, you don't want to get caught slipping, because the closer they try and wait to February, the more likely that you will not have the space. So just really talk to your clients and just make a point of, I will most likely get booked during Valentine's, so book in advance. And you know, people will start to kind of see like, dang, she keeps saying that, let me get my appointment, you know what I'm saying? So that's like a little tip for those of you who are trying to gain some new clientele around this time of year. This is the perfect opportunity and the perfect time, because everybody and their mom want to get their doggone nails done or whatever. So again, we're still doing application. You just want to make sure that everything is as nice and sturdy as possible without being sloppy. So you can see that there's no flooding or anything, but I'm just really making sure that everything is staying within the nail walls, because you don't want anything that is bulky. And you see me checking from all sides, of course, as usual, so that way nothing is lumpy or bumpy or Humpty Dumpty. We don't have time for that, because girl, it take time to get all them lumps and bumps out. I don't really like doing that. So yeah, here we go. And just keep practicing your application, you guys. Let me know specifically what type of videos you want to see. I'm actually really happy about the amount of comments and stuff that I receive on different videos. A lot of people seem to kind of relate to my content, which is wonderful. That's the whole goal, that's the point, right? So you guys know that if you say something to me, I'm gonna say something back. And that kind of sounds a little confrontational, but like not even confrontationally, but just like, I just like to comment back. Like, I like to talk to you guys and get you guys engaged, I guess it would be called. Because I feel like that's what the channel is all about. Like, you guys are watching my content, and in return, I need to be seeing what other content, like, do you guys actually want to watch? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm here for. So, we're almost done with the application. You asleep? Oh, no? Okay. Why do you wag your finger like that? Huh? Okay. Anyway, so, we're almost done with the application. And I really just, what's that called? Urge those of you guys who are really having trouble. Like, I understand everybody can't learn in like this ×2 double time speed or whatever, but I do have videos that are more slowed down with application. The earlier video today was actually no, it was not. I think it was in fast mode. Okay, well, there are videos on my channel where I do the application in a normal rate, and I do want to do some more normal speed applications because I understand that it is really, application is not no joke, and it's kind of hard. You have to practice, and you either kind of got it down or you just keep working and working at it. But once you can get that portion down, then it will make everything else go by so much quicker. Like when you only have to worry about the design taking a long time. I'm sorry, y'all. Like if you're doing any type of designs on top or anything like that, it makes it just so much easier when you know that like you don't have to do too much work to attain the overall look that you need. Now, while I was doing this set, the set did take 2 hours. And my client was actually telling me, she was like, wow, like you're really fast. I was like, well, you know, I didn't know how long anywhere else was taking, because she did say she wants nail techs before. But, you know, to each their own. I still feel like I could be a little bit faster, but sometimes I think I succumb to just like enjoying the appointment. So I still do have in the back of my head like, okay, I could get them out sooner, but we are enjoying the appointment. So I don't want to make it feel rushed, of course. And I don't feel like my appointments ever feel rushed or anything like that. I really do enjoy people's time, and I feel like people enjoy their time with me. So I just worked at a nice swift pace. But I do notice the improvement in my speed lately. And that's also something that you can practice at. But also at the same time, don't be alarmed if it does take you a while still. Your clients will either grow with you, or you know what, new people will come that don't mind. So it's all good, okay? So here we go. I top coat before I do any nail art. And y'all know this is the red color that came in that set of colors. Like, you guys know this bottle. I really don't know the brand, but I use these all the time. So basically, when I do V-cut, I kind of just go on both sides and just try and establish the angle and establish how, I don't even want to say how deep, well, I guess you can establish how deep do you want it to be, and I just keep going. You don't have to stop. So I just keep going back and forth until I find a nice middle. Now the thing about doing a V-cut like this, it don't have to be perfect. At first, this is like a rough estimate, and you're going to see me turn the hand different directions, because that is the only way that you're going to figure out if your V-cut is as symmetrical as you think it is. Now, because of the apex area, like I said, I do like to have a small apex on nails this even nails this short. Now because of that, I'm going to have to find like the right angle and the right trajectory of how high I want this angle to be, basically how far up I want it to go, and the perfect angle, which is why I'm trying to work on this one so hard, is because I want to establish basically just the initial like rough draft for all of these. Now when things get tidied up, it's gonna be when I do the other hand. Sometimes it kind of, in your head, you're like, you know what, I did this hand a little bit better, and the second hand is always easier. And I don't know why it is that way, probably because the first hand you're kind of overthinking or whatever, but I just wanted to make sure everything was like as not asymmetrical please symmetrical as possible. And I did find that after I did the other hand and I was kind of comparing, I did end up making the V a little bit thicker, I guess. I don't even know how to explain it, but you'll be able to see like what I do now versus like the end result, and you'll see like, oh, okay, I know what you meant. Like I made these lines a little bit higher up, and I kind of fixed the angles because I didn't want to look like anything was buckling, you know what I'm saying? So this first nail did take quite a while, because I was trying to decide, like, do I want this to go all the way up to the cuticle area, or do I want to kind of keep it on the lower side? So once I got that done, I went ahead and just kept it going. And you guys already know this nail art brush that I like to use is on the smaller side. It's like a smallish medium brush. And now you can see when I am doing the lines, the brush itself kind of spreads out and it does the painting for me. Now you can use a long striper brush to go ahead and make these lines. A lot of people do. However, I just kind of find that like when you're using the longer striper brushes, you do have to go back in with other types of brushes or the polish itself and fill it in. I feel like this brush, I'm sorry you guys, I'm tired. I feel like this brush allows me to kind of do everything at once, and of course I keep a cleanup brush on deck just in case. So you can see on the other side, not the one I'm painting on, well the one I'm painting on right now, it was still kind of had like a little buckle in it, and I don't want it to look like bowed or anything like that. I want it to look like a crisp angle, like 45-degree angle from the top of the cuticle to the bottom of the tip of the nail. So you see how in that one swift motion the line is like thick and it takes up a lot of surface area? That is what I'm talking about. That's why I like this length of brush and this size of brush, because in doing these strokes it just makes everything a lot easier, you know what I'm saying? So you can see as I'm doing this hand that the angle which I'm painting right now is a lot crisper than the other two. So I'm looking and checking, so you may see me bounce back and forth, but it was really after I dried them. Okay, I didn't dry them, okay, whatever. I cured them in the UV lamp, and then, you know, I did the other hand, matched them up to make sure that they looked like they belonged together, because we want these hands to look like they grew up together. I don't, like, you know what I'm saying, like I don't want my nails and my work to be looking like they grew up across town. I want them to look like they grew up next door, like they know each other, they are each other, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, once I get everything together with this hand, I will go ahead and put it in the lamp. Now I'm not even gonna lie, well I guess I do I show both hands? I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know if I show both hands, but just know after I did the second hand, I went back on the first hand to do a second coat. And when I went ahead to do a second coat, I fixed any little areas where I feel like, okay, I want this to be thicker, or I want this angle to be fixed. So that's what I'm saying. You do not have to worry. You don't have to, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm talking to my man in the background. You guys ignore my voice. I don't sound very good. I sound like a little smoky, okay? So just ignore that. Anyways, so yeah, you can go ahead and fix everything after. Like I said, it don't have to be exactly perfect, because you can go back in and you can fix things a little bit and you'll be all good. Now I do suggest you using a nail art color that is curable in the lamp, because if you're not used to doing styles like this, you don't have to do all 5 at one time and then cure them. I do that just because I'm able to. Sometimes I still do smudge stuff, and that's just because I don't be paying attention. That's not because like I'm not capable or anything like that. It's just sometimes I do not be paying attention, and I will just rest my finger right on what it is that I'm doing. So if you find that you also tend to like smudge stuff, I will say do like 2 nails, put them in the lamp, cure them for like 3 seconds, and that will be enough, so that way if you do touch against it, nothing's gonna happen. Okay, so yeah, just make sure everything looks like it could go together. And do you see how this red just pops against this like pink base? It's such a cute color. This is like my favorite clear pink. I used to be in love with the Mia Secret clear pink years ago, but I don't use Mia Secret anymore. But this makes me happy. This color makes me happy. So yeah, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was pretty fast. Actually, it wasn't fast. It was 20 minutes, but you know, just a little bit to show you guys an easy Valentine's idea. And as always, here's the final result, and I'll see you in the next one.